Hey guys, so I wanted to give you just a little bit of today's motivation boost, something just to think about when you're working once again on trying to break through different assignments you're working on, different lessons that you're working on in the academy. And it's one of the things where instead of just thinking so much about where you currently are, because this is a place where you may say, well, this is what I am, this is what I do, this is all I've known to be able to do. I'm not experienced enough. I haven't tried, I haven't met the right person, I haven't read the right book, whatever it may be. Instead of having that sort of mindset, the idea is just to start to think about what it is that you can become. What are you going to be? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? What do you want to become? What are you going to do to just improve and keep moving forward in what it is that you're even doing? Why are you even drawing? Why are you even here? What's the purpose? Because the purpose is that you want to become something better than you currently are. So instead of just settling with the idea that, well, this is as good as I am, and maybe people have told you that, and maybe you've felt stuck for a long time because you haven't had the right encouragement, or you haven't had the right breakthrough for yourself. Maybe you haven't kept enough of a journal in your sketchbooks to see the progression. Maybe you just haven't put in the time. And I'm not talking that you may have been drawing, but like I talk about, with the most important thing in this academy is the repetition. You have to keep going through the repetition. I don't want you to keep working on these assignments, and as you're working on these, just move on to the next one and move on to the next one. Because oftentimes you end up just staying exactly where you were. And it becomes a struggle. I know I went through the struggle. This is why I do this, because I went through the struggle of academically in school of not being able to keep up. I couldn't keep up. They kept moving on to the next lesson. And it became like an impossible task. It's like, I haven't even finished the first one yet, and you're making me go here. How can I take that and absorb it in? So what you have to do, and why I don't put the sort of pressure on the idea that you have to have something done by next week in this idea is, or you have to have it done right now, even though you're going to face that in the real world. Okay, I'm not going to lie. You're going to face that when you're working in the productions, when you're working in the studios, when you're working for anyone. You're going to be given those that pressure, and you're going to want. That's a whole nother talk. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother, how do I handle the pressure? How do I keep up? How can I do this? Oftentimes when you're in those situations, most of the time, you're a professional. That's why you're kind of getting hired. You got the skill set. And that skill set now you just got to pick up the pace and the speed of your skill set. So there's one thing, trying to get better and trying to improve and try to become who you want to be. And you're working on that. But there's the other factor of it where you're just having to now pick up the pace. Now I got the knowledge now. Now I can speed up. Before, man, it took me forever, right? How many of you guys have trouble when you're working on things and you feel like it takes you forever just to get through? It doesn't come quickly. I spend so much time on this. You're spending a lot of time on something because oftentimes it's you don't have enough knowledge base behind it to give you that confidence to just act quicker and make those decisions quicker. Maybe you want to be a storyboard artist. That's something you want to do. You got to make quick decisions. You gotta get that out. You gotta get the feeling out. You gotta get the energy. How can I simplify and this is why eventually, as a character designer, I know what I'm always doing as a sketchbook artist, as I'm always working on my shorthand, and I just have that quick way. And that's where my style developed from. My style derived from my shorthand, because as I was trying to move through the process, I saw that, hey, I didn't need that many lines in my drawing in order to get what it is that I wanted to say. And that's felt comfortable for me. Now, everyone's going to be at a different sort of level. But the most important thing that I just kind of want to express here, I'm going to keep it short, is I just want you to think about, who do you want to become? Stop thinking about where you currently are, what it is that level that you're at right now, because it's temporary. It's temporary if you are willing to really put in the time and practice. And this is why I'm always telling you guys are submitting your artwork to me through the critiques to share your art. And a lot of you guys, I'm telling you, hey, that's great, that's awesome, but I want you to do it 5 more times, because I don't want you to go on to the next thing so quickly. You need to go through that process. And that's just, remember, just where do you want to go? What do you want to become? And once you start to determine that and you go, I want to be a working, paid, fulfilled artist in that way, working for a studio, working freelance, doing whatever it is that you want to do. Now it's just up to you to make sure that you're putting in the time and the energy in order to get there. It's nothing's happening overnight. All right. So you guys got it. You guys can do this. Make sure that you just, again, put in the time. I promise you, it's going to pay off in dividends. It's compound art, right? You heard of compound interest, where you're just kind of putting some money in and into a savings, and you let it sit there, and through the years, through time, it eventually becomes greater and builds up. Well, you're not just buying art supplies. You don't just buy into the course or the teachings that I'm doing in the academy and just expect it you don't just let it sit there. You work at it. You use this as a tool, and you commit to it, and you say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make something out of this. And you put in that time, you put in that energy, you put in that effort. And then 2 years from now, you're not going, man, I wish I was better. Why didn't I get better? In 2 years from now, you're going to go, thank God I took the time to put in and build up my art, my compound art. Just build it up, just the repetition, build it up. And eventually you're going to be where you're going to want to be. You're going to be a lot happier for it. All right. So keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep drawing, keep having fun. And I look forward to keep seeing you guys work in the shared folders. All right. Take it easy.